Hello students, Jai Hind. Welcome back. Very good morning. As dear student, you all know that continue the QR revision session is going on. We have already revised chapter number 10, mensuration. Okay, and one of the chapter, that is data handling, that you can revise by yourself. It's not such a difficult chapter. Okay, I now in today's lecture I want to target one very important chapter, that is chapter number 7, which is important and somehow difficult to understand also. But dear student, before we start revision of, okay, this is lecture, okay, let me mention lecture QR 3, okay, for particularly chapter number 7, that is understanding shapes. Okay, understanding shapes. And that means if you want to just revise this particular chapter, you must have the knowledge about all various types of quadrilaterals which we are going to target and understand in this particular chapter's revision. As you all know, dear student, understand, I will try my best to supply, understand, to allocate at least 7 to 8 or 10 minutes time for understanding each and every type of quadrilateral. It may not happen that we are going to revise all those theorems, understand, which appears in this particular chapter. Okay, but at least we will revise some of the basics which I have also revised for you when I was explaining you second half of the construction, where we took construction of parallelogram, rhombus, square, rectangle, etc. Understand? Now, dear student, if any student determine that I want to have a quick look or quick revision of this particular chapter, then how many topics needs to remain in his mind? The first topic, he must have knowledge about quadrilateral in general. The second half of this chapter, he should have knowledge about parallelogram and its properties. Then and then you are able to solve any example quite easily. So you should have the knowledge about parallelogram. Then you should have knowledge about rhombus and its various properties. Then you must have knowledge about rectangle and its property. There is no much discussion of square as far as this particular chapter is concerned. You must have the knowledge about, in general, quadrilateral. Okay, so first we will definitely target our discussion on quadrilateral in general only. Okay, so your concentration has to be here. Suppose I draw one quadrilateral, okay? Generally, we will practice drawing quadrilateral in this format only, this way only. Suppose this is quadrilateral. Suppose I mention name of this quadrilateral as ABCD. What is quadrilateral, dear student? Any planar figure, which is, it is a closed figure, as you all know, formed by four non-collinear points. All these points are not in the same line, they are on different line. By joining all these 4 points, we are able to formulate a quadrilateral. Understand? Okay. So you can say that quadrilateral is a geometric plane figure consisting of 4 sides. Understand? So dear students, suppose how can you name quadrilateral here? I have mentioned the name of quadrilateral by moving in anti-clockwise order. A, B, C, D. You can also move in clockwise order also. You can also mention the name of quadrilateral. In this way also it is possible. Quadrilateral can be named in any way, either anti-clockwise or in clockwise. Now, one more important thing. Any quadrilateral has, if you just want to list out the elements of quadrilateral, means how many organ a quadrilateral has, how many parts a quadrilateral has. So you all know 4 sides. Understand? Means 4 sides, 4 angles and 2 diagonal. I am not drawing. Suppose let us draw 2 diagonal. Okay. That means a quadrilateral has totally 10 parts. 4 sides, 4 angles and 2 diagonal a quadrilateral has. So in short, quadrilateral has how many total organs? 10 organs. Okay. Then regarding the side, dear student, if we discuss a little bit, how many pairs of opposite side? AB and CD one pair, AD and BC another pair. This can also be asked in MCQ. Quadrilateral has how many pairs of opposite sides? 2 pair. Opposite side, you all know, they do not have any point in common. AB and CD, nothing common. AD and BC, nothing common. Understand? How many pairs of, so 2 pairs of opposite side, that you understood. Now, how many pairs of adjacent side? So I am just speaking, just concentrate. AB and BC first pair, BC and CD second pair, CD and DA third pair, D and AB fourth pair. The quadrilateral has 4 pairs of 2 pairs of opposite sides, 4 pair of adjacent side. This you need to remember. Understand, I may give you any quadrilateral where I may ask you to mention the 2 pair of opposite side or 4 pair of adjacent side. You should know, dear student, that 4 pair of adjacent side and 2 pairs of opposite side. Is it clear in your mind? Okay. Now, pairs of angles, let us confirm. How many pairs of opposite angle? The 2 pair. Angle A and angle C, first pair. Angle B and angle D, another pair. So again the basic needs to be sharp clear. 2 pairs of opposite angles. How many pairs of adjacent angles the first I am speaking? Angle A and angle B, angle B and angle C, angle C and angle D, angle D and angle A. So, four pairs of adjacent angles. Okay. So, two pairs of one pair of diagonal, that is the universal truth, you know. But how many pairs of opposite side? Two pairs. Opposite, you should parallel, compare this. Two pairs of opposite side, two pairs of opposite angle. Adjacent side, four pairs of adjacent side and four pairs of adjacent angles. Okay. Now one more thing. You have already understood one theorem also, that sum of angles or sum of measures of all angles of a quadrilateral is 360. You all know angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D, that's equal to 360 degree. You know this. We have proven this fact in terms of theorem also. You have already proved a theorem where you have proved that sum of all angles of a quadrilateral is 360. Okay. Maybe example regarding this can be given like, let me mention. I am not going to mention the complete example, but let us try to revise. Suppose you are given this way, that measures of all angles of a quadrilateral. Simple example we are not going to take as of now because you all know. Understand? Suppose I mention three angles of a quadrilateral are 50 degree, 60 degree and 110 degree. Find the fourth angle. So you know, first you will write this formula. Understand? Then mention the measurement of angle. Suppose angle A is 40, this is 50 and this is 110. How can you find? First you write the formula in place of A, 40, in place of B, 50, in place of D, C, 110 plus D equal to 360 degree. Just add this 50 plus 40, this is 200 plus D equal to 360, transfer D equal to 360 minus 200, that is 160. Quite easy to understand. It may happen, dear student, that in such type of example you may be given sometime measures of two angle and rest of the two angle are equal. Suppose they have mentioned, suppose we have a look at this. Suppose they have mentioned that the measures of two angle, understand, are 60 and 80 and rest of the two angle are equal. So suppose you write formula angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus D equal to 360 degree. Angle A and angle B are given 60 and 80. Rest of the two angle are given equal, so you can take them x. Now 60 plus 80, 140. X plus x, that is 2x equal to 360. You can transfer 2x equal to 360 minus 140. So 2x equal to already 220. Just divide it, you will get 110. So both angle are 110. It may happen that you will be given measure of only one angle. Only measure of one angle will be given to you. And you have to find, understand, all other angles. This way also appear. Is it clear in your mind? So suppose one angle is given. and you are asked that rest of the three angles are equal, so you can take them x plus x plus x. This way also you are able to solve the sum. Okay, so this is some general knowledge, some general guideline regarding the area, regarding quadrilateral. This way example can be asked to you. Okay, so you have to be very conscious. Suppose if we take one more, suppose it is given that four angles of quadrilateral are x minus 20, x plus 10, x plus 20 and x minus 10, then find measures of all angle. The first, though you all know, a plus b plus c plus d equal to 360, that though you know. A means x minus 20, x plus 10, x plus 20, x minus 10 equal to 360. Solve the like term. 4 times x, this will be 4x equal to 360. X equal to 360 upon 4, that is 90. Substitute a equal to x minus 20, 90 minus 20, 70. This way you will get all angle. B you will get 100, C you will get 110, and D you will definitely get, understand, 80. So this way also example regarding quadrilateral can appear in exam. Okay, so this is some general understanding regarding quadrilateral, and the theorem regarding quadrilateral is very important for you for exam point of view also, that sum of measures of all angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay, you must have noted down this. Okay, now let us have a quick revision at the second topic, that is parallelogram. Let us target parallelogram, understand its properties. Okay, that's very important. Quadrilateral we have revised. Okay, suppose let us target parallelogram. Okay, suppose parallelogram, some of the important properties of parallelogram. At the same time, few examples we will calculate here. Okay, construction of parallelogram also we have already sent you lectures, and before I started, as you all know, construction of parallelogram particularly, every now and then when I was explaining you construction of parallelogram, I was discussing with you all properties of parallelogram which were helping to us in construction of quadrilateral parallelogram. If you can remember, all conditions, all properties of parallelogram is very important for you. Understand? Suppose if we discuss some of the properties of parallelogram. Okay, see, this is parallelogram. As far as parallelogram is concerned, suppose this is parallelogram. You all know definition of parallelogram as well, properties of parallelogram. Which were those properties? So as you all know, opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, a very important property going to help you in solving examples. Diagonal bisect each other. How can I show? I can show this way. Diagonal bisect each other. These are some of the properties of parallelogram which must be in your mind. Which are those properties? First, opposite sides are parallel and equal, no doubt. Opposite angles are equal. Diagonal bisect each other, that is the third property. Okay, now very important. Adjacent angle are supplementary. This applies as in my regular lecture also I explain. What is that? That except in trapezium, in rest of the quadrilateral, that is either parallelogram, square, rhombus, rectangle, in every quadrilateral except trapezium, adjacent angles are supplementary, means their addition is always 180. So in parallelogram, A plus B 180, B plus C 180, C plus D 180 and D plus A 180, as you all know very well. Okay, suppose if we take one simple example regarding angle, suppose it is given. It has been given, suppose, just note down, two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in proportion 4:5. This is given ratio of adjacent angle. You just have to remember and understand, no need to even note down some of the fact. Two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in proportion 4:5. This is given. And you are asked to find all angles. So how can you move, dear student? Two adjacent angle, that means you can target any angle, any pair, either AB, BC, CD or AD. Let us be customary. We will target angle A and B. Can you write this way? Let angle A is to angle B equal to 4:5. Therefore, as you know, A will be equal to 4x and B will be equal to 5x. Now, as I told you, adjacent angles are supplementary. That means, please note down, angle A plus angle B equals to 180 degree. Any adjacent angle you can target, okay? 4x plus 5x equal to 180. 9x equal to 180. 9 will divide x equal to 20. So that means I am continuing here, dear student. A equal to what we have supposed? 4x. So 4 into 20, that is 80. But because opposite angle are equal, whatever A, that will be C. You can mention this way, but angle A equal to angle C. Therefore, angle C also equal to 80. I am not mentioning degree now. Similarly, angle angle B, it has been taken as 5x. Substitute the value of x. 520 is 100. You know B, but you also know one property that opposite angle are equal. So B 100, D is also 100. All four angles we got in parallelogram. Okay. Suppose one another example is given to you, that in parallelogram, suppose this is parallelogram. Suppose ABCD is parallelogram. If you are asked, two adjacent sides are given 4 centimeter and 7 centimeter, and then find perimeter. You all know very well, dear students. So simple. Opposite side are equal. So when you say AB equal, AB is say 4 centimeter, CD is also 4 centimeter. When you say BC 7 centimeter, AD is also 7 centimeter. So all four sides, so you already have acquired. Now just a simple perimeter of parallelogram ABCD equal to AB plus BC plus CD plus AD. Substitute the value, sufficient. Okay, so these are examples regarding parallelogram. Okay. Suppose we just have a quick look at some of the examples of rectangle, okay, and rhombus at the same time. So first, dear student, you should have a complete idea regarding properties of rhombus if we target rhombus, okay. Which are the properties of rhombus? Rhombus if you target. Here, dear student, one very important thing in parallelogram. Okay, suppose this is parallelogram, then we'll start rhombus. Suppose in parallelogram, you all know one theorem, that if I join these two triangles are equal, that you all know. Okay, that you are proving also in one of the theorem of parallelogram. Because these two triangles are equal, they have same area. Suppose area of this is 20 square centimeter, this is also 20 square centimeter. So if you are given area of one triangle, how can you find area of parallelogram? 20 plus 20, 40. You have to double it, understand? Subsequently, if you are given area of parallelogram, how will you find the area of triangle in it, which are found by joining one diagonal? Just half it. Okay. Now regarding rhombus, you must be knowing all properties. Rhombus, suppose, which are those properties of rhombus which are very important for you to remember? We have already revised all this property in construction. Okay. Some of the properties of rhombus: all sides are equal and all sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. That remains a criteria. Understand, for every quadrilateral except trapezium. All sides equal. Diagonal bisect each other at right angle. As you all know, we have also utilized this property somewhere in drawing the construction. Okay, not only that, one very important thing, every diagonal of rhombus also bisect the opposite angle, a very important thing. Bisect the opposite angle. Okay. Many example also you must have written in your fair book or in homework book during our regular lecture. At that time, we have taken this chapter at complete age in each and every lecture, understand, we have discussed 4 to 5 examples only, and I gave you to revise them again and again, okay? These properties must be very clear in your mind. If this property are clear, you can solve any example of rhombus quite easily, okay? Suppose, dear student, one difficult example. Suppose this is rhombus. Try to understand. In this rhombus, remember one very important thing. It has been given that in this rhombus, one of the diagonal is equal to one of the side. What does it simply means? We have already solved this difficult example. In rhombus, one of the diagonal is equal to its side. You all know, dear student, when you say and in question you are asked to find all angles. It is the question, find all angles. And here you are given only one particular data, no mention of measurement of any angle is given. You are just given one of the diagonal is equal to side. Now when you say that AC equal to AB, it means AC equal to BC, CD and AD, because all sides are equal. So when you say that all sides are equal, here you are getting which type of triangle can you mention? Equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle has all angles 60 degree. This is also 60, this is also 60. I am not going to write the complete statement because we have in our regular lecture already solved this example. This is just to make some of the quick look and quick revision in your mind that some such example of rhombus we have already done. You will just take out your books in which you have done your lecture homework, or some of the student may have prepared fair book also. Understand? So in that you need to verify it very properly. Okay? One of the diagonal is equal to side. That means this simple data will ensure here an equilateral triangle where all sides means all angle are equal, all are 60 degree. So B is 60, okay? So that means D is also 60 because opposite angles are also equal in parallelogram also. Now dear student, remember this, diagonal bisect the opposite angle, this is 60. So what is this complete angle? 120. So angle A equal to 120. Now when you say A equal to 120, C also equal to 120. One such example we have already done in our regular lecture, where you are utilizing this property of rhombus, that diagonal bisect the opposite angle. That's why this was 60 and it was doubled and A became 120 degree. Understood? You need to remember this property of rhombus also. And suppose, dear student, if we target a rectangle, suppose rectangle has simple properties. Okay, when you solve example rectangle, what are those property which you need to remember regarding rectangle again? Suppose I draw rectangle, this way you should remember. In rectangle, ABCD is rectangle. The first opposite sides are equal. All angles are right angle. What is regarding diagonal? Diagonal bisect each other, as well as diagonals are equal also. You know this property of rectangle. Any example can be solved if you are given two adjacent side like in parallelogram, and you have to find perimeter, you can find it very easily by utilizing the same property of parallelogram. Opposite, this is 3, this is 3, this is 4, this is 4, you can find the perimeter. Okay, some of the complicated example of angles also we have done, but in homework I will mention, understand, which you will complete the homework, and in doubt you can contact me where we can verify those doubts. So suppose, dear student, one difficult example. This is our discussion regarding parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle. You know one example. Suppose this way it is given. A, B, C, okay, and this way it has been given. One such example also we have done. Suppose this is 120 degree. What is B? You all know this? Here nothing is mentioned, so you can take D and you can take F. One such example also we have done. It is looking like a quadrilateral. Now in this regarding the quadrilateral, your mindset is very clear. What is that? That sum of all angle is 360 degree. This is 90 degree, this is 90 degree. So sum of these two angle will be 180, 90 plus 90. So obviously sum of angle B and angle E also has to be 180 degree, because you can take this way also 90, 90. Like the basics of the quadrilateral, angle B plus angle D plus angle E plus angle F equal to 360 degree. You substitute the value of all these three angles, you will be able to get angle B. Okay, dear student. So this way also some of the example you can target. Okay, right. Somewhere some example of linear pair also appears. Okay, suppose you are given example like this. Suppose I give quadrilateral, and this is extended this way. Suppose ABCD, and this is E. Suppose you are given this angle as 60 degree. Okay, and you are asked to find rest of the angle, where suppose this is given 50 degree, this is given 80 degree, and you are asked to find B. How will you perform this particular example? First you will take here linear pair. Linear pair you all know 180. Angle DCE plus angle DCB equal to 180. You will get this angle. Now when you have three angle, you can take angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D equal to 360. You are able to find this angle. So this way, dear student, we are completing the quick revision program today. And as you all know, in every quick revision session, I am sending you the homework. Accordingly, you have to complete those homework, and whatever example in homework I am sending, they are very important for even examination point of view. I want every student to solve those examples, and whatever homework you receive the lecture wise, that you need to complete honestly, so that you can understand the topic and you can solve your doubt. Okay, dear student? So best of luck. Revise each and every chapter thoroughly. Chapter 11 is such a simple chapter. You can have a revision of that chapter by yourself. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.